Hello, welcome to our crash course. I'm Bella and I'm here with Reese and Macy.
In today's crash course, our topic is the Industrial Revolution.
Let's go back to Great Britain in the 1760s, where the Industrial Revolution caused the transition from creating goods with hands to creating goods using machines.
The reason that the Industrial Revolution started in Great Britain is because the larger supplies of coal, the geography of the country, and freer political institutions. These are the main reasons why the transition started in Great Britain.
Countries fell behind Britain, but as soon as the US and Europe started to industrialize, they blew Britain's success out of the water with our own. There are many factors that contribute to the growth of industrial production, such as waterways, distribution of coal, iron, and timber. The US and Europe influenced Japan to modernize. The Industrial Revolution had many effects on the world. Today, we would not have the world we have today.
It's time for our open letter.
Dear effects from the Industrial Revolution.
There were many effects that happened. One big thing that happened was that before the Industrial Revolution, 80% of the world population was in the business of farming. Today, the farming occupation percentage is less than 1%. Another big change was the use of steam and later on different kinds of power. Oh, and of course, the adoption of the factory system.
The adoption of the factory system was not all that good. In fact, the work creates many problems for laborers, things such as low wages, dangerous work, and unsanitary work areas. There were many who worked for 14 to 16 hours a day. Not even children would work in these unsafe environments. All of this causes labor unions. One of the most recognizable one was the National Labor Union, which started in 1866. These unions fought for better wages and safer working conditions.
Some other effects of the Industrial Revolution was the growth in cities, impressive changes in economic and social organizations. There was a wider distribution of wealth. There was also very important developments in transportation and communications, such as the telegraph and telephone. It's also improved exploration and migration routes. It's time for the secret compartment.
Oh yes, a key component of the Industrial Revolution was the railroad. Without the railroad, we wouldn't be able to deliver and transport goods that were produced. The United States began building the Transcontinental Railroad in 1862.
The railroad connected the east and west coasts. The railroad was built from both sides of the country, and they met in the middle of Promontory, Utah in 1869. Now let's go to the
Thought bubble.
Production of steel, chemicals, electricity, and machinery were all new methods that came to surface because of the Industrial Revolution. There were many inventions that came out of the Industrial Revolution. Most were invented in the last third of the 18th century. The older inventions opened doors for new inventions. The development of machines and the use of steam made it possible to discover new energy sources. Also, steam-powered industrial production in Europe and the US contributed to the increase of global manufacturing.
One invention that started off in the Industrial Revolution was the spinning machine, more commonly known as spinning jenny. James Hargreaves invented it around 1764. In the same year, James Watt improved Newcomb's steam machine. There was one man who was considered the father of the modern industrial factory system, Mr. Richard Arkwright. He used Watt's steam engine to power textile machinery in the 1770s. Arkwright also developed mills around 1775.
The list of inventions and inventors goes on and on. Too many to cover in one video.
We covered so much information over the Industrial Revolution. We covered how Britain industrialized first. We talked about the effects of the Industrial Revolution and how the inventions that changed the way goods are created.
There was definitely some A+ material shown today.
Thanks for joining us for today's crash course video.
Bye!
effects from the Great I almost said Great Depression. So can that be one of our bloopers?
Cut.
They met in the middle. How do you pronounce that?